Hello, everybody. This should be a brand new stream. Let me see if I can find it and share the link with the chat. Somehow it just got interrupted and I have no idea why. No idea. Very bizarre. So let's go. Boom. Copy. Okay. Finishing here. All right. I'll wait for a couple of people to join. People are coming over. Good. Sorry about this. Anyway, that never happened before. I did have a big power outage once. But anyway, here we are. I'm going to go back to the questions and hope that people can catch up. The question was, I think I was dealing with Shake regarding my cost basis for ETH was 200, sold some at 2,500, sold some at about 2,000 and change as well, which was around a 12.5x gain. And average cost for Solana now for me is about $20. Solana's now 140, 150, which is another 15x. Well, what's that? 7, 8x, 10x, depending on the price and also depending on the amount that comes in from staking. The staking is quite phenomenal as well. So the question is, what is your sell price target for this bull run? So we have a number of different models that estimate that. One of the ones we do like to look at is the Sol upside model, which is a function of the price that I believe. Is everything going okay now? Hang on a second. Somebody is sending me a message. Hopefully it's good. But the Sol upside model, until we get to like a third of the ETH market cap, until I see ETH going to where I think it's going to go, then, only then, I'll consider rotating into another asset. That means we should be get to 250, 350, 360, maybe even 500. If the bull market goes crazy, as Bitcoin will go crazy, and it'll float all boats as well. So, sorry about the interruption of that question. But again, we can't tell when we're going to take profits until we actually get there. So let me see. Did I get a question from somebody? Somebody's writing something, but nothing's coming through. So I'll keep on going. The OC agent. In 2021, you said that if ETH had 20K, you'd take the community to the Bahamas. Is there a Sol equivalent? It wasn't the Bahamas. No. And I said that in jest because I said that because I said there was no chance it would do it. And I think it was Bora Bora. But I was confident that ETH last bull run was not going to hit 20K. I think some people like Raoul Powell had 20K to 40K target. I said, no, my target was about, I think it was like 7,900 or something. And my Bitcoin target was 89,000 last bull run. I remember those numbers distinctly. And we got kind of close to the Bitcoin one. We didn't get close to the ETH one. So that was it. The Sol equivalent this time, who knows? Some of the numbers, I mean, when you have Van Eck coming out with their 3,200 price target by 2030, that's kind of crazy. So if Solana do, however, get Firedancer running, that will change the game in crypto entirely. So it'll be very special. Let me just make sure nothing's going on here. Nope, nobody sent me anything. Good. Next question. And again, sorry once again for the disruption. Nick Rosati, will GBTC go to zero if they keep selling? Not GBTC. GBTC reflects the Bitcoin balance they have. But the assets under management will gradually, if they keep the fees this high, will gradually go down. I think they'll sell before that happens to somebody like Fidelity or some other big asset manager that wants to get a leg up on fees. Because even at 20 basis points, 25 basis points, when you've got a lot of assets under management and you got a lot of spreads between bid and ask, and you got the T+1 situation where they can sell shares during the day and then buy Bitcoin at night, it opens it up to a lot of, I won't say manipulation, but a lot of potential to make a lot of money. Let me see, Jake, how would you set up Lilo for a stock trading below its 200-day moving average? For example, Tesla and Snowflake. If this tool is not designed for stocks trading below 200-day moving average. So it's designed to settle layers. So if what you can do is depending on where you are and where the stock is, you drag your anchor. The anchor is very flexible. When you have things that are going parabolic, like Bitcoin and Solana and stuff, you drag it to the current point in time. When you're in a kind of a sideways market, you anchor the actual anchor on where the price goes through the 200-day moving average. But when the price is going down on something, it's not perfect, but you can still find anchors, but it depends very specifically on the asset and where you drag the anchor point. So when you go and you just pull it back, drag it, and you'll see the layers change, and look at where it finds solid support and resistance layers, and that's how you know you're getting close. Remember, it is not a crystal ball, but it's designed to be a scientific approach to help us take profit and also find layers to scale into an asset that we want to buy as well. So that's kind of why we built it in the first place. And especially the Lila model will be absolutely critical when it comes to taking profits this bull run. And we're actually working on a new model, a new Excel as Google spreadsheet that will optimize how much you take based on the asset too. So it's going to be very exciting. Maharoni, do you think projects will begin migrating to and build on Cardano? There have been so many upgrades, but is it a dinosaur? The problem is, I checked the Cardano Explorer yesterday. It's running at like 1.6 transactions per second, and I know they can pack a few transactions inside a transaction. I get that, but the problem is there's no users there. You know, you've got 1.2 million daily active users on things like Solana, and you still have 50,000 daily active users on Cardano. Also, there are rumors that, well, I'm not going to say what those rumors are, but just try use the chain, and then try use another chain, and then that's your answer. It's kind of like there's a meme flying around with ETH. Somebody had to do a transaction on ETH, and they had to do it on Polygon and Matic, and they had to buy Matic, and then they had to do this and transfer this. It was just a very cumbersome process. And remember, Occam's razor, the easiest solution wins. It's that simple. And look for user experience, look for product market fit, look for adoption. That's the answer. Also, modern, fast technology. Clint Alexander. There are many days a person has to pinch themselves just to make sure that this is not all a dream. Thank you, James, for allowing us to have the opportunity to ride in this bus with you. Yes, I pinch myself every day. I'm very blessed to be here with you. And we were able to get in early and get in hard, and a whole bunch of winners that have been very life-changing. So thank you for being here. Crypto enthusiast, if supply crunch hits and Bitcoin goes ballistic, could this mean that Bitcoin will outperform all alts? And if Bitcoin ETF gets us in an 8-year bull market, does that mean that we don't see a bear market again for alts as well? So I think there's going to be a split. First of all, Bitcoin's like a store of value. It does its own thing. But crypto market cap will, as it goes up, as more money comes into the asset class, it'll raise all boats. And so far, over the last year and a half, winning alts have smoked Bitcoin. Over the last 90 days, 75% of all alts in the top 50 have smoked Bitcoin. So alts are smaller. They move faster. Yeah, Bitcoin's been on a tear. But, you know, take Pyth. Since the beginning of the year, it's up, I think, versus Chainlink, 200%. Because the smaller assets go up a lot more. I bought Jupiter a week or two ago. It's basically nearly doubled in 1 or 2 weeks. I bought something a week ago. It's gone up 4x. 5x. I mean, the smaller the asset, the more it'll pop. And that's what you got to look for. 98% of crypto is a scam. Remember that. But you got to find the winners. So don't be fooled by looking at total crypto market cap and all that type of stuff. But when you have a crypto chain that's small with a wonderful use case and adoption and revenue model, it'll do really well. And it'll far outperform Bitcoin. So that's kind of where we are. And regarding the 8-year cycle, 8-year bull run, if it does what gold is, it's possible. And I think in terms of looking at the future, technology is changing so fast. So just look at what was cool 4 years ago. It's dead today. Fast forward 2 years, stuff that's cool today could be dead 2 years from now. That's the way you need to set your expectation. Okay, and that applies to everything. Everything. You got to go in with that mindset because the technology and AI is rapidly changing everything. From K, thoughts on BTFP ending tomorrow? Bullish. Yeah, Bitcoin likes a crisis. BTFP ending will smash the regional and community banks that are holding commercial real estate mortgages and debt. It's going to smash them. Smash them. We're going to see a lot of small banks probably hit the wall in the next 3 to 6 months, and they'll all roll up into JP Morgan. Seems to be the plan. Tinfoil hat time. You all know what that means. You heard me say before. Jimmy Neal. How about NOS instead of Render? I like the smaller assets always. Yeah, and Render have they're working on a deal to use NOS for their compute as well. So well, you know how big my NOS bag is. I share my portfolio allocations every week, and it's bigger than Render, despite Render going bonkers. I think it hit 1250 yesterday. Raise, it's official. Hope I got that right. I have a quarter of a Bitcoin and 100 shares of Tesla. I have 10K to deploy. Which one to buy? It depends on your time frame. Right now, it's Bitcoin's time in the sun. Will Bitcoin double? Yeah, but that'll only take it to 150. Will Tesla double? It's going to more than double, but it depends how long you got to play with. I think hang tight onto Bitcoin now and prepare to rotate after Bitcoin goes in a rampage, and then hope Tesla has not had its ChatGPT moment and you can still buy it cheap. Buying Tesla now at $175, $176 is a very exciting dream to me. But again, I allocate to what I believe is the cheapest asset over a multi-year time frame, and that for me right now is Tesla. But I am now over 80% crypto because crypto has exploded so much. My Tesla position has been flat to down, and therefore it's now less than the fifth of what I have. So let the market determine where you go, and be in the hot cycles at the right times, and then be prepared to rotate as well. And thank you as well for your super sticker. Andy Capono, Glenn Joe, Nick Rosati, Jeff Hammer, Cybert, AC1, Sir Winston. I'm your Huckleberry staff. And yes, and Doc Intern, Silicon Valley Stoic, KN, Adam Q, Moto89, Craig Carson, and I'll see you tomorrow morning for DCA. Thank you all for coming, everybody. Sorry about that interruption, but at least 2,000 of you got back. So it actually cut off at the Q&A part, which some people don't want anyway. So thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you got something from it. And I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.